Hey Rabs, State of Origin, New South Wales came out with a win, which I guess a lot of us weren't really expecting.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It depends on which side of the fence you sit, I suppose, whether you're north of the border or south of the border. I mean, everybody in New South Wales expected one day they would win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said when I previewed the game that this was the best chance they had for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it's an ageing Queensland squad, so the chance was there and they grabbed it. And it was just a marvellous night.
Yeah, so because they've done so well, do you think they've got pretty good chances for game 2 as well?
I would have thought their chances here are even better than up there.
Yeah.
You've got to understand that is the Everest of rugby league for New South Wales to go there and win, and particularly for youngsters that are on day like Hodkinson, the halfback, and Tupou, the winger. So it's an intimidating atmosphere, and to come back home and play in front of your home crowd is going to be, I think, I won't say easy, but it's going to be more comfortable.
Yeah. So do you think that Hodkinson played quite well in place of Pearce?
Oh, absolutely. I think Mitchell's going to struggle to get his job back, to be honest with you. In fact, I'm sure that Daly will stay with Hodkinson and Reynolds. And to be honest with you, I think they'll only get better.
Yeah.
Hodkinson could not have appeared in a more hostile environment. He's only the second halfback in the history of Origin to win on debut in Queensland.
Yeah.
So there's no way in the world that Laurie Daly's going to split up him and Reynolds now.
Now for Queensland, Jonathan Thurston's head didn't seem to be in the game at all.
Oh, I don't agree with that. The interruption to Queensland's whole game plan with the loss of Cooper Cronk, it had a domino effect pretty much right across the field. And when you lose a player like Cronk, I affectionately call him the professor, because that's what he is. He's a professor of the game.
Yeah.
In fact, I think his life after football will be as a professor of something. But when they lost Cronk, it really upset the apple cart. If they made a mistake, I think probably the instruction should have been to tell Jonathan to go back and play number 7. In other words, take total control.
Yeah.
And relieve Cherry Evans of the responsibility that he fell into after only 10 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm full of excuses for Jonathan Thurston. In fact, I still think that he was the one that gave New South Wales more trouble than anybody.
There were some pretty massive injuries Wednesday night. Do you think that's going to have an effect on club football?
Well, it'll have an effect on club football. It'll have an effect on Origin football as well.
Yeah.
The carnage is incredible. Tonight, I'll be shocked if Jared Hayne plays. But there's players that are going to be out for a long time. Cronk could be out for 10 weeks. And I think Josh Morris and Brett Morris, they won't be back. Cameron Smith's got a problem. Billy Slater's got a problem. And I'm not talking about minor problems. I'm talking about catastrophic things in rugby league terms. I mean, let's keep it in perspective. But no, it was a bruising game. Probably it ranks in the top 3 matches I've ever seen at Origin level, anyway.
Yeah, it was the first State of Origin I've ever watched, and I was sitting there cringing like every tackle. I was like, oh, that's got to hurt. That looks painful.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, because after all of these years calling the game, I feel every tackle. I cringe, and I worry about the health of people that get buckled over. When Tate was cartwheeled in that tackle, I thought to myself, oh my God, I hope he hasn't broken his back, you know. I'm like that. I'm a bit like you. I probably shouldn't even be watching the game, to be quite frank.